Interesting. Hey everyone, we're going to do a double check on David's heart again today. Feeling a bit tired, but lots going on, lots of really good stuff is happening. So we just want to make sure everything's okay. Tiredness after heart attacks can be absolutely fine and just normal part of healing, but it can be something deeper going on that we want to have a look at. So let's have a look. Sound about right? Yeah, so it's just a bit of a tired day today.
But feeling good, in a good mood.
Yeah, good mood, good energy, but just a bit tired, so let's go check that out. Oops. Let's look you down a fraction. Okay. So let's go check those adrenal glands. Hold, that's good. Of course, Ernesto would say, are they over-energized? Of course, the whole point of checking them is to see whether that's a hypertonic muscle. So they're actually fine. So they're locking, they're unlocking, and they're locking again. So yes, it's fine. Ernesto, they're fine. Haha. Just joking. So
Ernesto.
yeah. So just above the belly button, that one's survival switching. That one's nice. Same spot on the spine. Hold. That's deep survival. That's okay. And let's go to hidden deep and hold. Okay. So there's a hidden deep survival pattern in there.
Wanted to hold.
Did want to hold. It really wasn't too bad. But let's go and have a look. We just made a quick little checklist on the wall. I'm just going to ask what that deep survival pattern is about. So is it about stress, nutrition, pH, diet, supplements, heart, drugs, energy, frequency, mitochondria, toxins, heart. So heart's the only thing showing up in relation to that deep hidden survival pattern of our little list there. So we'll check the heart energy with the subscapularis. Hold down at the wrist. Hold down. Wow, definitely not great. And normally this is fantastic with David, so that's really interesting.
What's that again?
Well, that's the heart energy. So the heart of the muscle of the heart. It's a big muscle and it requires lots of energy, lots of mitochondria, lots of nutrition, lots of exercise. So let's put in but when your heart chakra, so what we might do is check your heart chakra. It's the combination of the sternum, the lacrimal bone, and the heart. So we've got the heart muscle stacked in. This is the sternum, so we'll stack in the sternum.
I haven't been doing my maintenance this week.
Right.
And I just ran out of
Oomph, time, motivation. Right.
Motivation.
Yeah. Got to keep that motivation up if you want to live.
Yeah.
Just by the way, motivation is important for life. Okay, so the lacrimal bones are up in here, and when they show up, it's often unshed tears. Because the tear ducts attached to the lacrimal bones. Well, shed or unshed, hold. Okay, so it's unlocking, so it's either first or third stage stress. And hold. Okay, so that's third stage stress.
Didn't even nearly hold.
There was nothing. That was just nothing. That's pretty interesting, because that's probably the worst both the heart muscle as well as the heart chakra has been, is it? Like that's pretty up there with the weakest energy we've had in there. There's and what's happening is it's something. So even though David's in a really good mood and feeling a bit flat, like you could quadruple your amount of coenzyme Q10 you're taking, by the way. Just by the way. So
I got in your bottle so well.
So one of the things about coenzyme Q10 is that it's part of the membrane for the mitochondria in your cells. And the heart has got more mitochondria per muscle tissue of any organ in the body. So the heart has the most mitochondria per square centimetre or per square inch or per square millimetre of any tissue in the body. So it requires lots and lots and lots and lots of coenzyme Q10. So anytime you're feeling tired, that can be an indicator that your mitochondria is really low. If your mitochondrial energy is low, then your mitochondria themselves, the membrane can be dissolving and disintegrating to release some coenzyme Q10 out into your body. Does that make sense?
Sort of.
In other words, your body's breaking your tissues down to support yourself. But it makes you tired and it's not sustainable long term. Okay, so
I ran out of CO-Q10 for the last 4 days.
Yeah, right. And you're generally taking 1 or 2 a day?
1 a day.
Okay.
But every day.
Yeah.
I'm really good at doing things every day.
So there's a flower essence showing up. This is interesting because it's mulla mulla. Mulla mulla is an Australian bush flower essence. That's sort of for when there's like the classic thing is radiation burn. So sun, but it's for people who are afraid of the sun. This dude has also had a few melanomas, even though I tell him it's a lie about sun and sunscreen. He believes it. So I'm going to stack in his little sunny spots. Because bit by bit we need to convince him that sun is not the energy, it's a natural
I get a
nutritional
fair bit of sun
force.
gardening, I like it.
Yeah, but you
Especially
put
in
on
the morning.
sunscreen and long sleeves and your hat, well, you're not, because you're not getting
No,
sun.
that's my hat.
You're not getting sun if you're wearing hats and long sleeves. It's not the same. Because you need it through your eyeballs to protect your eyes and your brain.
Never wear sunnies
That's
when
good.
I'm gardening.
That's good.
Yeah, because then you get the proper UV understanding if
Yeah.
you don't have sunnies on. Whereas if you wear sunnies, it like gives you a false impression of how much UV there is.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah, there's really good research these days about which type of cancers are actually caused by the sun, but what you'll find when you look into them is that most of it is more because of the sun screens, which heat the skin and allow crap to grow internally, which is really dangerous. So there's lots of toxins in sunscreens that are very well known to be carcinogenic. And I just totally refuse to live on a planet where if I get sunburned once when I'm 18 years old, when I'm 50 and get sunburned, melanoma, I'm blaming it on when I was 18. What a load of bunkum. The body is much better at healing than that. There was a really good study done in Melbourne in Australia, going back quite some time ago, where they looked at when margarine was introduced. Before margarine was introduced, Melbourne had a really low skin cancer rate. For the decade after margarine was introduced into Australia, sun cancers went through the roof. Because what margarine does as one toxin that people ingest, and vegetable oils are so inflammatory, they block the receptors on your cell membranes and they start decreasing the omega-3s that are naturally in our cell membranes, and they increase the omega-6s and 9s. They're really inflammatory. So basically our cell membranes start getting inflamed. Our skin is the biggest organ of our body. So we release toxins through the skin. It looks like skin cancer. We blame it on the sun instead of the toxins inside. Let's go back and have a look at our little heart. So the sternum, the lacrimal, and the heart. So again, and hold. That's better. So is it second stage stress or balanced? We're down to second stage stress. Okay, so we went from exhaustion, now we're up to second stage stress, so it's like a pendulum. Okay, what do we need next? So with that mulla, sorry, that's why, do we need to take it into the body? No, we don't. Okay, so we just needed the energy. But it's fear of sunshine, fear of radiation, fear of being burnt. That's what mulla flower essence is about. That's why I sort of started on that little discussion. Oh, okay, we need a tuning fork combo. Okay, let's go have a look. Let's see what the first coordinate is. No surprise, it's heart energy. What's the second coordinate? Liver. That's interesting because heart element is to do with love, joy, hate, and when things are tricky, especially when you've got a chronic illness, say after you've had a heart attack, and you need kindness and love around you in order to thrive and survive afterwards.
What do they say? Shit on your liver?
Shit on your liver. So liver, however, feeds into heart energy. And liver is about internalized rage, anger, frustration. So it's funny though, because heart is the predominant one and liver is the second. We'll see what the combination of those energies tell us. Been a while since we did one of these on you, eh?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know if I've ever had one.
Oh, really? Well, that's even cooler then.
Yeah, there has been one. Maybe.
Well, maybe it's when you've been a surrogate.
Yeah, maybe that.
So maybe not for you personally, for when you've been supporting someone else's energy. So heart's the first, and then heart, liver. Right, okay. So now I know things are feeling good, but you've got to remember we've also got, and I know you know this, we've got stored memory as well. And stored memory can be really draining on our
Stores in the
energy.
body.
It surely does. The body holds the score. So it's with that combination of heart meridian and liver energy, it's for those times when you're just feeling bitter and forlorn, so just exhausted. Forlorn, it's such a good word, isn't it? So it's sort of like that real exhaustion after a long-term illness and what could have been done in the background to make us feel better faster, or what caused it in the first place. That bitterness can come from before, during, after.
Or stress.
Stress, yeah, stress.
So stress in general, it's like
stress in general.
bad precursors for all heart stuff.
All heart stuff. One of the ladies who spoke at the Solix conference on the weekend, it was all about cortisol. And she'd been through issues with living with mold, which can cause basically the same symptoms as brain injury, which can increase cortisol. So, and the other thing and she also had Lyme, so she's recovered from Lyme disease as well as molds, and she's just a frequency guru. She's bloody awesome. And, there was also DV at the time, and, but cortisol's been her thing for the longest time, and she just assumed the anxiety was separate to the physical symptoms. Until she knew better. Once she knew better, she went, right, there's some stuff I need to get rid of out of my life.
Well, people don't ask their bodies.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not very, like I was doing counselling recently, and the counsellor asked me, how does it feel in my body?
Yeah.
And I've learned all that theory, but no one ever asked me before.
Yeah, right.
Directly. And I'm like, oh. And that's the first gateway.
Yeah.
Because, you don't have that gateway before.
Well, when we did like 14 sessions of kinesiology foundations on you, you weren't talking about the feelings. You were talking from a conscious place. You weren't feeling with your heart.
Yeah, that's right.
You were avoiding it because you didn't want to go there. And that's what some of our students commented on, that you would actually avoid the feelings, which was pretty interesting. And again, thanks, Troy, if you're there. Yeah.
That's probably in protection, though.
Yeah, absolutely. But luckily, the kinesiology gets underneath it anyway.
1 in 7 people who have a heart attack end up with post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah.
Even if there's no stressful event.
So really interesting, David made the comment that he hasn't been doing his self-care this week. So he's been doing yoga and dancing, and, he ran out of his coenzyme Q10, and, so there's been some stuff that just hasn't, he's been doing it for the last couple of months since your diet's been good though? Okay, good. Yes, but it's hard to supplement your way out of chronic stress. You can take stuff, and I love all my stuff I've got for chronic stress. But anyway, so prickly pear cactus, what we need to do is...
Prickly pear.
Here we go. I know, imagine that. Imagine the energy of a prickly pear. Giving it a hug. No, you don't want to be that hugger if you're a prickly pear cactus, do you? It makes you put up boundaries. It's all about boundaries. It's all about not listening to what's right for you.
Oh, right. I was imagining cutting it open and eating them.
Ah, like the aloe vera. Yeah, don't do that.
Mm.
This is a flower essence. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly, and supportively transcend my desire to control the timing of events and situations, and my not sticking to what I know is right for me into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly, and supportively listen to my inner voice about what's right for me, accept that which I can't change, and act to change those things which I can. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly, and supportively dissolve my unadaptability and my desire to control the timing of events and situations into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly, and supportively listen to my inner voice about what is right for me, accept that which I can't change, and act to change those things which I can. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly, and supportively transmute, transform, transcend, and dissolve my not sticking to what I know is right for me into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively listen to my inner voice about what's right for me, accept that which I can't change, and act to change those things which I can. So let's pop in that heart chakra combo again. So heart, sternum, lacrimal bone. And let's check subscapularis again, David. Hold down at the wrist. Hold down at the wrist.
Now,
And just because I can, I'll also put in the beginning and end points of the heart meridian. Beginning and end points of the heart meridian, as well as beginning and end points of the small intestine meridian, because it's the one that feeds into the heart on a daily basis. So heart and small intestine are like battery packs that feed each other. When one is blocked, the other one is blocked. Now it's either balanced or in second stage stress, and we've added more information now, but it's nice and balanced. Oh. Okay, so again, we want to talk to the heart for a sec. Okay. Is there anything else we need to stack in? Yes, there is. So is it heart? Is it drugs? Energy, frequency, mitochondria, toxins, stress, nutrition, pH, diet, supplements? It's the drugs. So tell me again. So you're on, okay, so imagine the box of the first blood thinner. And hold. 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 Okay. So the body's getting to the point where the immune system doesn't like it. That's the first blood thinner. They can cause micro damage to the blood vessels. So it could just be shutting down phase 1 liver, phase 1 and phase 2 liver detoxification as well. Your body can only cope with so much until it starts shutting down. Okay. So that was the first. So say its name again. Copogradol. They just make this crap up, don't they? I'm sure it means something. And the second one. What's the second one?
I don't know.
Imagine the box.
Head to start.
Oh, yeah.
It's a blood thinner too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the problem with blood thinners is that they thin all of the tissue. So they thin the walls of your liver, they thin the walls of your kidneys, they thin the walls of your lungs, they thin the walls of your bowels.
Okay,
So people think that it's just the blood.
Down the thing.
Yeah, it is. So they're pretty gnarly, and your body doesn't like them. We should look at your real blood. Like actually do a live blood on you.
Mm.
And hold.
Look at my thick gummy blood.
Well, blood thinners don't do what people think.
Have
I
you
saw,
looked- have
you know,
looked
when
at
I
blood-
look at,
Have you looked at blood with this sort of stuff?
yes,
Yeah.
of course I have, and they do not do what people say they do. I see horrendous things in people's blood on these drugs.
Not just agree.
So yes, absolutely, and no, I don't like them. Okay, so what's the next one? Your beta blocker or ACE inhibitor?
No F inhibitor, it's just metro,
Metropol or something?
yeah. And that's all, 100 milligrams of aspirin. which I
As
take.
well. So you're on 3 blood thinners?
Well, maybe one's not a blood thinner, I don't know what they are.
Oh my goodness. Your body's over them. Or maybe it's just over me telling you to get off them. It could be. Everything is possible.
I'm a complimentary person. I like
So-
both worlds.
Yeah, whatever. So, supplement-wise, you're taking CoQ10, NAC, what else?
I didn't take NAC the last few days either.
Yeah, right. You're on a keto, vego, high fibre diet. What else?
Oh, plus I take D3 and K2.
D3K2,
And, you know, I've been taking some nice, whatever Carmex is.
Carmex. What else?
Depends on the day.
Yeah? Okay, if you think of anything else, let me know because I'll check doses
Mm.
with what you've got at home. But yeah, so each time you pick up the body's energy to deal with those drugs, you're giving it longer that it can cope with them.
Starting to go for nighttime walks though.
Oh, nice.
With
Yep, beautiful.
Like,
That's really lovely.
it's really nice. It's romantic.
So what was that one again? Whatever it was.
What do you mean?
And hold the beta blocker.
Oh.
So aspirin's separate to all of those. That's hilarious. No wonder you're tired because you're going to be destroying your cell membranes.
Oh, yeah. It was all even more.
Man, okay. That's too much. You're not taking any cholesterol drugs?
Yeah. But I forget to take it nearly every night.
Good. It rots your brain.
And I only take half anyway.
Actually, you should listen to that Dr. Thomas Seyfried. He was talking about them and he said they spread cancer like crazy.
Well, I take half of one and I forget it most of the time.
Chuck a bit in the bin, it'll do you more good. Aspirin.
I just want to see what they do after, you know, and then.
Okay, so CoQ10, NAC, D3K2, Carmex, anything else?
I take some other things some days.
Yeah, what?
I don't know, I've got a bunch of stuff.
Okay, got some zinc, magnesium.
So I just finished taking zinc and vitamin C. Till I used it up. And there's zinc and other stuff too, so I take the, I think it's called Pyrol Care. And it's got magnesium and zinc and can't remember the other thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's for anxiety because of, yeah,
It's got
cool.
like 5 things in it.
Mm-hmm. You've still got some magnesiums at home?
Yeah, well, the
Carmex?
is full of magnesium, so it's the Pyrol.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's go have a look and see. So is there a combination of these supplements that would be beneficial to this body? So optimal benefit with all of these medications, yes. That's what we want to do. We want to balance out the drugs, you know, so that the body can do its best. So what's the first priority? First priority is enough water.
I don't drink enough.
That's really interesting. So is it, I'm going to go in mils. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1 litre. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Right, so you need between 1 and 3 thousand, yeah, so 1 to 3 litres a day.
More than I'm taking.
Yeah, so your body just, it's going, because your drugs dehydrate your body. What's the second priority?
Water's the first one, that's
Yeah, water's the first priority.
funny.
Okay, second priority is coenzyme Q10. What's the minimum amount for benefit per day? So 50, 100, 152, 250. So 250 minimum per day. Obviously, you do what your budget can do. Exercise really increases your mitochondrial strength. What's the maximum coenzyme Q10 per day? So 250 to 300 to 350 to 400 to 450 to 500 to 550 to 600 to 600. The more tired you are, the more CoQ10 you need, because your body will
I take more than one of them when I need them anyway.
Yeah, good. You need to learn to self-muscle test. So, okay, so what's the third priority for this body? So, NAC, D3K2, D3K2. You've got the spray?
Yeah, take
Yeah,
it every
okay.
day.
So let me check. Is there
Normally do 2 sprays a day.
Okay, so what's the minimum number of sprays a day for the D3K2? 4, okay, and what's the maximum? 4 to 10 sprays a day. So don't forget, your blood thinners are thinning your capillaries. Your body releases cholesterol to go and heal the capillaries. The doctors blame it on the cholesterol. They don't blame it on the aspirin that's thinning the vessels, or the sugar that's thinning the vessels, or the cortisol that's thinning the vessels. D3K2 helps to protect your blood vessels from your medications. And you're on a lot. Not as much as they want you to, but you're still on a lot.
But it's not as they want me to anymore.
Yeah, except the cholesterol. Okay, what's the 4th
But
priority?
I went and saw the doctor recently. She said, "Oh, you're on a lot of medication." That was
Yeah.
her statement.
Yeah,
So even that was her opinion. I think she wants to reduce it.
good.
But I'm getting a review in next week.
So the 4th
Is it
priority is your ketogenic high fiber diet. 5th priority is the Carmex. Oh dear, depending on the day, 2 to 5 scoops. Interesting. What's the 6th priority? No, well, that sort of dose, is really good.
Cool.
Excellent. So the NAC's not showing up so much at the moment, the zinc and C, the pyrrole care, but use them up, just swap them all around. Always good to use everything up at home.
I'll use the DAC anyway, I like it. And I've got aniseed, or what is it, carnate?
Carnitine. Yeah, so carnitine's really good for the heart, and it's good for fatty liver. And unfortunately, when we get
And
belly
liver,
fat...
Hey, liver and the heart are the 2 things that came up.
Right.
So maybe that's...
Yeah, well, there's a huge connection, because when we have... Actually, I haven't checked... Have I checked you for oxalates?
No. What was the thing you just said, the L-carnitine?
Yeah, so the L-carnitine, it helps with fatty liver. And the number one reason for fatty liver is sugar and fructose, because we don't metabolize fructose as energy. We metabolize it through the liver. So non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, the number one thing that causes it is sugars. Sugars and fruit. So people going out there having fruit juice thinking they're doing something good, they're actually oxidizing their cells 7 times faster.
I'm just eating berries mainly.
Yeah. So anyway, do you want me to check you for fruit toxins, or you don't want to know? Because I don't want to know I don't want to say anything if you don't want to know.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Are you going to change anything with your diet?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm like waiting for the 3-month thing, and then when I get that, I'll look and we'll review it. and
Okay.
see what
So
we-
maybe we'll leave that. We'll leave that for now. Yeah. Because as a vegetarian, I don't want to do it. If you're not going to do anything, there's no point checking.
Well, I've got no choice for being a vegetarian, so...
Yeah. No. But and it would make things. You would have to adjust things. You would definitely have to
I'm not
adjust
having
things.
any discomfort, so...
Yeah. Cool. Okay. This is a new program. Oh, just a sec. Let's go back and recheck. Survival, hold. Deep survival, hold. Hidden deep survival, hold. But that tells me that it's probably your mitochondria that's the reason for... So you need water to be moving toxins out of the body.
Yeah, right.
And we should run your VLA actually before you go as well.
All right.
Well, since you're lying down, we might as well. Okay, cool. Thanks, David. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.